me tell you my most recent idea. And I'm like, the most recent idea is the Jesus Saja, which is a crown of vibrating Nerf stones. And they think, well, actually, most people laugh because they're used to talking to me about ideas and they just expect some ridiculous thing. But it's an idea which, practically speaking, actually happens to work because people get tension headaches. It's not really a great way to do that. And then you have the fucking 90% of the Jesus Saja, which is the placebo effect. Like, you realize I'm not being crucified. I'm not being fucking Christian. Crucifixion has to fucking really suck. So you put that on, you think, is my headache that bad that I'm going to put on a Jesus Saja? Like, what kind of a freak am I? It's more of an idea that would be in a commercial of our HBO show just for the fuck of it. Like, just one little bit trying to sell these motherfuckers. And I'm passionate about trying to sell my own ideas. I'll be as crazy as I need to be. So you've got these stories, possibly just through conversation. It's like reminiscing about things that happened. Instead of just fucking talking about politics, you're actually talking about fake shit that you completely believe in. And then every fucking 5 minutes when a commercial would appear. In a normal show, we advertise our inventions, most of which aren't real yet. We say, here's fucking inside lines. It's like a 4-pack of wine coolers, and inside of each bottle is coiled a sideline for a field, and 4 people grab them and pull them apart. You create a perfect, pickup field. Just sidelines, inside lines. Just 4 bottles up to the size of a football field. You can get a little pump-up fucking flag corner post. You can get a fucking goal shit, like an 8-pack. Just put a field anywhere. You don't want to get too complicated. And we sell that, but it doesn't exist. So we say, listen, most of you are fucking subscribers to the show, so you give us money and you vote. So you realize that if you want this idea to go into production through our talk show as essentially our corporate headquarters, then you have to then you got to buy one.
Dude, that in itself is kind of a dope idea. Like, you know how there are all these reality shows going on? You could make a show where the audience picks which of said inventions on that episode are going to, be, pushed into production. How sick of a show would that be?
And not just inventions. Everything.
Dude,
it's a pure democracy.
If you think about that, simple...
It's like Seinfeld.
Dude, if that fucking... Yeah.
I mean...
A show about nothing. If that fucking simple philosophy could be pushed, to the expansion of a television show, that would be a good show, and it would sell and make a lot of money.
You collect a lot of investment. I'm asking people to invest. This is just a vehicle for investment. You do not buy products from us. You buy 10 copies of Inside Lines, and you get the profits from those 10 when we actually manufacture them. I think it's something that will actually happen. That's what I care most. I think it. I don't know if it will, but it can actually happen. And the kinds of people that will gravitate towards such a thing. What about this? If I can get Larry David, I should go and stalk that motherfucker, with a weird sign on. But listen, I have an idea for a show. If you make any guest appearances, you can wander through our fucking show. You can be the one person who isn't an owner, who's nothing, you can be like the king. You can have this, you can be like a super VIP, because he could get me fucking into HBO, and having him around, I don't know, I like him.
It's too awkward for me.
I'm incredibly awkward, though.
Dude, I can't fuck with that. It's too
Larry
awkward
David?
for me. Yeah, man.
Yes, but
I think his work is sick. I've watched the Larry David show a ton of times. I've always watched Seinfeld. But it's too awkwardly uncomfortable. The whole show, you're just like, oh god, he's not going to. Oh no, he. Yeah.
Yeah,
oh, he did.
It's great in a way, though.
So
but think about it. Some people are more comfortable, others are less comfortable. People who are the most uncomfortable are probably the ones who really appreciate that the most. I'm not trying to say I want to have the Larry David show or fucking maximize your enthusiasm. I'm saying that with his ear and his mind for what fucking works, he might get it. He might be, you know what? I actually believe this has the potential through conversations, because maybe your fans are recording hundreds a week in high definition, to be picked later for the actual show. This can be funny as hell too. This can collect billions of dollars through HBO.
So what you're saying is, put something together that would appeal to Larry David.
I just think he'd be a great in-man. He'd be my producer, because he's funny. Me and him together, can you imagine us?
Dude, that would work. So, what I'm saying is get some shit together. Think about, how you would reach him. You want to do it on a positive level where, he would notice you.
Like this. You think Larry David doesn't watch YouTube ever? All I got to do is now get it to him. I'm not saying we did a perfect job, but he should understand. He's crazy. Right? he is crazy. I mean, not in a bad way, but I kind of despise him because he's so smart and makes so much money, and he hasn't. I think he'd like to be a part of this. I think he might throw in like $10 million, but like, fuck it. I think this is so good, and I like my shows, but I don't want to be the guy who had the opportunity to fucking produce the most open show that ever existed, the only reality show on the face of the planet, because the show is actually the front and center of everything that's happening. I mean, I want to be there inventing ideas live. It won't really be live because I'm not saying I'm going to have the best episode or the best 5 minutes any particular week, but I talk too much. I can't even smoke anymore. I'm done. I feel great. Like, I don't feel great. I feel awkward and high as hell, and so I have to talk. But it's pretty funny though. See, what I need to do is explain that idea to more people, and then get them to explain it in their own terms. For me, because I try in so many different ways to explain to people, but the gimmick with me is this: I have things to put into it. Like I can start out and say, listen, I'm putting in 70 ideas. 35 of them are completely fucking real. I'm not counting the Jesus Sadra in that, but it's real. I'm not counting the billiard ring in that, the little fucking ring-based chalk, which doesn't waste any chalk because it's fucking snap in piece, it's curved just the way you fucking grind it down. That's not a real idea. Inside lines it's a real idea. It's near the bottom, but it's a real idea.
Yeah, but I think an idea is only as good as its implementation.
Well, that's why I'm trying to build a company that is all about taking ideas from any corner of the globe and putting them into production almost immediately if the fucking constituency makes that decision.
They have companies like that already.
But they're not democracies. They're not fucking...
My uncle works in there.
But it's a for-profit. I know they exist, but this is... Yeah. I'm saying we're the one company in the world that will take your idea and put it into a fucking brilliant international human family living business. If you have an idea and you don't have the money to patent it, give it to us, and we'll give you a job for life at one of our locations, which are like fucking cult happy.
Yeah, but like what I'm saying, the advantage of those businesses that are already doing it for cash is like they're doing it,
Yeah, but they can't do it as like well or as well intentioned as I can.
No,
I have the time to do it the right way.
This is what I'm saying, is they're doing it right now.
Yeah, but there's a billion unseen ideas.
So,
if I can find fucking 70 as a retard...
Dude, if you think like you can make a not-for-profit or whatever out of this, what if I would do it?
You know what the name of the show
What's
is?
stopping you? What show?
The show we're doing.
You're doing it right now?
Yeah. You think I'm not?
That's going to take some crazy editing if you're going to edit like 3 years of your life.
Oh, no. I'm not doing anything from the point before when the last laptop was stolen. Well, like, there's 300 clips of YouTube from before the laptop was stolen, but the rest of them are going on Las Vegas, which may not make it as the final name of the show, but as far as I'm concerned, that's the operating title and the fucking code name.
But you got that shit in the works? You're on the website and shit?
No, I just put it on YouTube. That's it.
Oh. You should get your own website.
I have my own website, but it's fucking garbage. It's too hard.
You should get yourself a cool website.
Well, ultimately speaking, it's a very cool website. Right now, it probably would sound incredibly dorky, but if you really think about what I'm trying to build, which is a fucking democratic business, like, come up with a fucking puzzle that at the end of which you only have good people working for you. I mean, that's really my only goal.
What are the plans for this democracy business?
I don't know. Smoke more, get extra
No,
hyper.
I mean, like, how does this differ from a regular business? Explain your democracy business plan to me. That's what I'm saying.
How does it differ from existing business? I mean, I'm claiming that it differs from all existing business. In a couple ways. One, that it would be initially financed by a bestseller. That does make it different. I know that's not what you're asking, but that first you have to figure out where to get the money. The concept only exists because you can sell an idea to 10 million people. That's the only reason I would even think of the idea.
All right, so step one was to come out with an idea that makes you enough money to start this shit.
Well, I have, but that's the thing. Like, I don't need much. I need a film. I need a conversation. I need to say, you can watch this on YouTube. You can buy it for $1. And I'll make 50 cents off you, and I'll send you a fucking DVD with my fingerprint on it, and I'll be like, I swear to God, if I don't fucking do what I say, with your money, kill me. One of you, fucking kill me. And then I can make a film about that. But pretty much I just want to build houses for people and give them jobs so that inside that house, anytime they want, they can do a talk show episode or they can film scenes for a movie. They can just jump into other fucking situations and have everyone in the studio, because it's going to fucking happen anyways. And if you have really fucking open-minded, intelligent people in a community, and you got me running around fucking beating the shit out of bad apples and sending them home, you can come up with the creation of entertainment that dominates everything. The empire.
You know, this has been done a lot in history.
What? Revolutionary things?
Like singular communities, you know, that would like exist within a modern time.
The movies are the greatest thing that I don't think anyone really thought of. The movies you can make, because these communities are foreign to 99% of the world,